Welcome to Somerset Showcase. Today we are here to talk about what is going to be a new and very exciting event in town that is coming in May. And we are here with Trainor, who is from Inclusive Barbecue Events, Matt Pereira, a Somerset resident who is a professional barbecue competitor, Paul Cogley, who is the chair of the Economic Development Committee, and Jeff Marques, who is an Economic Development Committee member. So welcome. This sounds like it's going to be a great thing for the town. So why don't we start off with telling people what it's about. So Kathy, can you talk about Somerset Sizzle and what is going to be happening there?
Of course. So Somerset Sizzle is a professional barbecue competition that involves competitors from all over the New England area as well as mid-Atlantic states, and we have someone coming from the Midwest. So teams travel from all over the United States to compete for points as well as prize money and give back to a charity.
Okay. So we'll have this event happening in town, but people can go and watch, but there isn't going to be any food for people to consume in that area of the event, even though they're going to be cooking all this great food.
That's correct. The competitors are not allowed to serve the public for safety reasons, but there will be food trucks available.
We're going to talk about that with BBQ Fest in a minute with Paul. Matt, you competed these types of events. Can you tell me what that's like?
Well, it's fun and exciting. It's a lot of work, but it's just a bunch of family getting together, really, in a competition.
But it is something that might be interesting for people to watch, maybe
yes,
get a few tips they can use in their backyard as they're watching this. Or?
We'll start cooking probably 3-4 a.m. on Sunday morning. The public's welcome at any time. Come through, ask questions, talk to the pit masters that'll be cooking. Just at 11:30, when we start prepping the boxes and getting the meats ready to turn in, you can watch, you can talk, but don't be surprised if we don't talk back. Because we're in concentration to get the perfect box sent into the judges.
How many people are going to be competing in that?
I believe we have 26, 27 teams right now.
Okay. And I remember you saying that there's going to be people from all around, but you were hoping to maybe get a few local people to enter this?
We do have a lot of local teams. We have myself, Matt's Backyard Barbecue, Jeff Costa from Waypoint Barbecue lives in Somerset as well. Full Vine Intervention is a local team, and we have Dunny's in Fall River, the restaurant. They're going to be competing as well in their first contest.
Okay. And there's a lot of these types of competitions around that you guys compete in to get points to hopefully move on to some of the bigger ones. Can you tell me what other ones are?
Well, Kathy's hosting a big one first weekend in May, which is the one I won last year. This time it's a lot bigger. It's Hogs for Heroes in Jamestown, Rhode Island.
There's contests throughout the U.S., but in New England there's one in Maine, which supports Shriners Hospital, and that's in August. And then there's going to be some similar ones that'll run between 30 and 40 teams in Connecticut, Rhode Island, and another one in Maine. So they're just around the area, and they really do support some local charities and bring forward some real camaraderie between families and barbecue themselves.
And this one is supporting a local charity in Somerset. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So I'm very excited to be working with the Somerset Berkeley Education Foundation, a former special education teacher, and it's important to give back to the Education Foundation so that our future leaders and our future educators and our future students have a lot to look forward to and some funds available to them to do the things that are fun at school.
And maybe we can segue into the BBQ Fest with Paul, because students in town, younger people, are going to be able to be involved in some of the contests, cooking contests in that event. Can you tell me what's going to be going on with BBQ Fest?
Sure, George. Be glad to. This weekend that we're going to have in May is, I think, going to be a fabulous weekend for participation from Somerset residents. One of the things I'd like to do first, though, is this event itself would not be possible without very generous donations from folks in Somerset, businesses in Somerset. And I think I could start with, perhaps, Jeff, you could mention who some of our donors are?
Sure, we have Bank 5, which is going to be doing the kids contest
Right.
for the judging for kids who are gonna make desserts. So Bank 5 is putting a sponsor team together for that. They're one of our big sponsors. Also Somerset Federal Credit Union is also another big sponsor, which Amy is also going to be having in charge of the judges that will be judging for the Sizzle contest, which will be the residents of Somerset. And Bay Coast Bank is also going to be involved in our sponsorship. So we raised over $33,000 / Winterfest BBQ Fest, and we kind of split the money between both events. So the sponsors got a dual sponsorship. So how the sponsorship money is working right now, me and Paul are using it for the prize money, so more money can go towards the foundation, which Kathy had mentioned that she really wanted the money to go to. So we were trying to get the most money to go towards that scholarship foundation, which we felt was very important. So this year is the first year that we're moving forward, so we're taking baby steps with it, but Kathy's been phenomenal, and Matt, to making sure that we're on the right track. And the community has come together, and me and Paul really feel good about the volunteers that we've been getting to come forward to help us with the event. So we have to thank the volunteers of coming forward. Right now, we have a great team, and we can always use some more volunteers, but we have great ideas for the Sizzle contest, which Paul will be going into how to be judged, but it's great prizes. I mean, we've actually had people calling us, and I mean, Bob Mungin called us, and he's given us all the kids' prizes for third place. So we're trying to get sponsors for Dunkin' Donuts, is giving us the third prize. So all of us, the more that we can get in for donations in trying to support businesses in the area, is better for our fundraiser, our event, so that way it's not coming out of our pot of money that we have to work with. And I know Paul's gonna go into the entertainment and that, but our sponsors, I wanted to thank our sponsors. I mean, North Atlantic Corp, Horner Millwork is actually donating stairs for the band to come in for that day. We're having 2 bands play.
I was talking to someone from one of those bands who plays in Most Wanted yesterday.
Yep, that's right.
Yes, and we needed some stairs made. They saw it on Facebook, you need stairs, they reached out to me. They have custom stairs that they're giving us, nice white stairs to go onto the stage. And Carl Joyce has donated his, the truck, the flatbed truck. So everything that we've been getting has been donated. So a lot of in-kind donations. We've gotten RNS rental with lights for the event with generators, so Kathy's crew can have power down there. And like whatever you need, you've got it. I mean, we needed water. The highway department, Chris Simon's working with us to get us supplies for the water and getting the field ready for us. I have to say, the one thing I think me and Paul and the group can agree upon is anything that we've needed, this town has come together so we can have a nice event. And when I go to raise money, it makes it a lot easier to know that I have the town backing us for this event and making sure this is going to be successful. Everywhere from meeting with Matt Leamer at the police department, meeting with Jason from the fire department, everybody has been amazing to work with. And you'll see a lot of marketing coming out with this very soon.
Very soon.
Trust me, we'll be blasting the marketing.
Hey, if people want to donate or volunteer, what do they do?
They can reach out to myself or Paul, and we're on Facebook, Jeff Marques or Paul Cogley, we're both on Facebook. Send us a messenger through Messenger, and we'll be glad. We've had a lot of people reach out. I mean, we have Kathy, Paul's wife, my
Kathy
wife,
Sousa, yeah.
and somebody just signed up today. Nancy Thomas signed up to help with another event that we have going on. We can use the support, and I mean, it's nice to be there for the community and be involved, because they're gonna be there all weekend. They're gonna be there from Friday to Sunday, spending money in our community, bringing businesses business, and that's one thing that Kathy and Matt both brought to the table when they had met with us, the first meeting with Rich Ritchie, is this is a community event. It's helping our community grow and bringing events to our community, which will make people want to come to Somerset and be involved in our community. I think it's very important. I think Kathy and Matt both said it, and I do agree. This will bring between 8,000 and 10,000 people to our community on Sunday. which we could be looking at. So, weather permitting, well, I'll say it like that, but we have to be positive on that, but we have bands, we have everything going, but I'll, yeah, continue, George.
And just so people know, because you said to get in touch with you or Paul, your last name is Marques.
Yes.
And Paul's?
Cogley.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about some of the other things that are going on. First of all, to make a clarification, the professional barbecue competition is Somerset Sizzle. Jeff said Sizzle, but we're not judging. They're bringing professional judges in to do the competition for the professional competition. But what we do have going on as part of our events, we are going to have a citizens cook-off. So this is going to be limited to 20 citizens or 20 residents, 20 participants, I guess I should say. And the sign-up sheets for this event will go up shortly. There will be a fee for this event, but the fee is to cover the cost of 2 ribeye steaks, 2 1.5-inch ribeye steaks that will be provided by Eau Claire's. And the citizens will be able to cook on charcoal grills. And those steaks will be judged. And I don't really want to announce the prizes right this moment, but I will tell you that the prizes are fabulous for that event. Likewise, we've broken the events really into 3 areas. We have events for adults, we have events for children, we have events for toddlers as well. So continuing with the adults, we also are going to have a cornhole competition. And that should attract a number of people as well. Teams that want to participate in cornhole. It will be a double elimination tournament. And again, I will tell you that the prizes for the teams that finish first and second, I guess you call it, those prizes are going to be pretty special as well.
Attract some pretty serious cornhole.
Well, I think so. I think, from the local, it's not for money, so it may not be of interest to some professional cornhole competitors, but certainly there are many. We've already discovered there are many people in town that would like to compete. Again, there'll be a limit to the number of teams, but we'll have sign-up sheets when we go up with our Facebook page for BBQ Fest. So we're going to have those events for adults. I have challenged the police department and the fire department to a tug of war. And I want to see them put their biggest and burliest folks on the tug of war line. And there is going to be a very nice trophy for the winner.
And Paul, I want to add something to that,
yes.
just so we can add to this.
Yes.
I have a sponsor for the winner. Whoever wins, either police or fire, that will buy Mazzilli's grinders for the police or the fire. So whoever wins, it will be grinders, drinks, sodas, and waters delivered to the police or fire station.
Which is
Oh, was
outstanding.
that the place that Bill Belichick was in last month? Was it
It
Marzilli's?
was either Marcucci's or Mazzilli's, one of the
yeah, it was
two.
one of
I don't
It was
know.
one of the two.
But yes, so we have that event going on. For toddlers, we're going to have an egg spoon race. That's where they hold an egg and a raw egg and a spoon and run, and good luck.
That's expensive, that's right now. I don't
Yeah,
know.
eggs are expensive, but it's in our budget.
Okay.
So we're going to do an egg spoon race. We're also going to have a wheelbarrow race where parents can put the toddlers in their wheelbarrow and race them. And the library has generously offered to do storybook reading in the pergola or pavilion that's down in Slates Ferry Park. So those are some of the things we have for toddlers. For youth, we've got a few things. Oh, I should mention, we also have a hot dog eating contest for adults. So that will be another challenge. We're not going to let Joey, whatever his name Chestnut, into this competition, but we for amateurs only. But we have a hot dog contest. For the youth, we've got a number of things planned for them as well. Probably the most exciting thing is we're asking them to make a dessert at home, not something you do while you're at the festival, but make a dessert, bring it to the festival, and have it judged. As Jeff mentioned, we're going to have judges from our sponsors that will judge the the desserts for a number of different things, presentation, taste, etc.
I think I want to be a judge.
You want to be a judge for that?
So Bank 5, they're going to be the
There you
judges for
go.
that.
You can be a judge for that. Also, we're going to have a pie eating contest for the kids. So these will be, I believe Dee, who is running the kids'
Langfield?
events, Dee Langfield, has said that we're going to have, I believe, vanilla and chocolate cream pies. So there will be a competition for that as well. And we have a number of other things going on too for children that are not necessarily competitions, but they'll be able to participate. There are going to be awards for competition in the different events that we have. One is called a balloon toss-up. You hold a balloon up and you toss a balloon up in the air for as long as you can, and the people that have them last are declared the winners, etc. Now, during the whole event on Sunday, we're going to have music. We're going to have music all day long. Didn't say this, but to remind people, on Sunday, May 21st, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., that will be the time when BBQ Fest is held. We have 2 bands that are going to be playing, each band for 3 hours. We're bringing a band in called the Splinters, which is bluegrass, folk music, country music. So I think that will be very interesting. And we also have a local band that you've already mentioned, George, the Most Wanted Band. They'll be playing in the afternoon. The Splinters will be playing in the morning. And as Jeff said, they'll be performing on a stage that we're setting up on a 40-foot flatbed. So we have that kind of activity going on as well. And I can't forget food, because everyone is going to smell barbecue, and they, I hope, are going to be ravenous. We plan on having 10 food trucks come to the event. I've got a number of them committed already. Yes, I have multiple barbecue trucks committed, but we're going to have more than that. County Hot Dogs is sponsoring the hot dog eating contest, so they will be there. And we certainly want to include the restaurants, businesses that are right along Brayton Road there, I guess it's called, because they're right next to the park. So we want to have them involved as well. So I think that's going to be a great day. We certainly do have the police and fire engaged. I've asked the police department if they could do something for kids and toddlers as well, have a police car available so they can hit the lights, maybe the siren or whatever they might be able to do. And we're also going to do the same thing, I hope, with the fire department, because they will have a fire truck and ambulance for safety and security purposes. I want to go back to, I forgot to mention this, but with respect to the cornhole contest, the prizes again are going to be great prizes, but the proceeds, because there is an entry fee to be in the cornhole contest, all of the entry fees are going to go to the Friends of the Somerset Library. So that will provide more funds for events for children and for adults as well. So I'm about winded after that. There's a lot that we have planned going on, George, and we're looking forward to
I
it.
think something that parents are going to ask is for those contests for the children, how do they sign their kids up for those types of things?
We are shortly going to have a Facebook page up that will have the sign-ups for those events. And there will be some, as I said, that will be restricted to a certain number, but there will be others that will be wide open. So be sure to look soon for a Facebook page going up that will be BBQ Fest, and it will have links for the sign-up pages.
There is one thing I'm going to spoil the surprise on. The first prize for the resident cook-off, since it is a sponsor, Izzy
sure.
Swartz donated a Weber grill. The value is $999. It's a really nice grill. That is our first prize. It is donated, so I really want to make sure I thank Izzy Swartz
Shout
for
out,
it.
yes.
Shout out for them, because they reached out and actually called us and said they wanted to do something for the event, and I'd like to thank them very much for it. So that is and I know Matt's saying that you might want to switch and go to our side
Right.
and do the resident cook-off. But the resident cook-off will be a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of people that are showing interest on it. We're trying to keep the fee around $50, our plan is, so that way it's very reasonable for a resident to sign up for it. That covers your steaks, And thank you for Amy DeRosa, that's going to be in charge of the judges. And right now, we are working on getting the area restaurants, their chefs or somebody from the restaurant, to be the judges for that event. So I think it's a really nice way of keying in the businesses in our town.
Exactly.
And having them be the judges for the steak-off.
Now, the Citizens Cook-Off, those 2 steaks that I mentioned, the 1.5-inch ribeyes, they will have to provide some to the judges for judging, but whatever they don't provide to the judges, those families get to eat, so, or the competitors get to eat. That won't be available to the public because of Serve Safe and other things that you need to follow.
Yeah.
But with respect to the families, of course.
Unless you're a volunteer.
Yeah, volunteers go around now.
Yeah, we can sign the waiver forms.
We'll sign the waiver forms,
We'll sign.
we'll sample everything. But that's an idea, George, of what we're doing. I don't think I've missed anything. There may be a few more events that,
There's a few things that I know, Paulie, the parking will be
Oh,
at
good, yes.
the field of Chick Marchand.
Chick Marchand,
And also, we're gonna have bus service coming from the high school. So there'll be a pickup sign at the high school, and there'll be a pickup sign at Chick Marchand Field. The police department's working with us on the pickups now, but we'll have pickup signs, so you'll know exactly where to be picked up for the bus that will be taking you back and forth from the field and from the high school.
I also want to provide a thank you to SOAM, because SOAM will be providing some support, if you will, to what we're doing in terms of equipment that they have, picnic tables, things like that. So I want to be sure to
They're
send a
experts
shout
on the
out
food trucks.
to SOAM. And they are, and Allison has given me great guidance, some names of trucks to reach out to, and a few others that have been in Somerset before that I identified, so that's going to be great.
And we have Dan ready to set up the facility for us and the parking. Dan Madeira's a great guy, and I want to thank him because he actually works with Soma on their events.
Right.
And it's nice to have that crossover. He stepped up with Peter and Matt, so we have a good parking team already set up for it. And, we're getting a lot of support from the community, and I think that that's important to see the outpouring of that. So now we have, I can't think of, I'm drawing a blank on
Okay.
who we're meeting tonight with.
Heather Robertson.
Yes, Heather is going to be working on doing the, basically set up for us for the chefs and the cooks.
Right.
And also, we're also meeting with Sean Mills from, his company name, I'm drawing a blank there.
MyBizMedia.com.
My Biz Media, he's going to be doing the Facebook information for him, and he's going to be doing all the marketing type of stuff. And I'll, of course, be doing the signs, and we have to ask the selectmen for permission to put the signs up around on the town property, but those will be going up shortly also.
And another thing, that Heather.
I understand your company that does the signs is celebrating its 25th anniversary.
Yes, we took our employees all to lunch today, and it was nice. We celebrated the comfort zone with our employees. It was very nice to bring them there today and thank them for 25 years. Thank you, Judge.
The one other thing that I wanted to point out, and I'll probably forget it because.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's okay. But some people might ask, well, why is economic development involved in this? How did we get involved in it? Well, some of the ideas came first through Kathy, through Kathy, and then developed through the Economic Development Committee in terms of working on it, being willing to work on it. I think it's important to understand that it does represent an opportunity to bring revenue to our local businesses, certainly those that are in the Slades Ferry area, and hopefully to others. Matt and Kathy have said to me, when their competitors come in, they're going to be interested in knowing where Home Depot is, they're going to want to know where restaurants are, they're going to know places to stay, and things to do when they have downtime. So all of this has a really strong economic development aspect to it, and that's why both Jeff and I literally have jumped in with both feet and both arms to get it moving. I did want to mention also that, and this, you guys will like this as well, Heather Robertson is working on a brochure that will identify locations of restaurants, things to do, etc., in addition to where Home Depot is or Target or anything people want, in addition to working to invite chefs. So
That's amazing.
yeah, she's working on that as
A lot
well.
of these people aren't from around here.
Yep.
Yes.
I know Matt pulled a trailer from here to Texas just to
Mhm.
compete in the national championship, so
They
people
go all
like
over.
that who are coming here might
We got to go to one of the events, me and Paul, and
Oh, yes.
we took Alan, and it was amazing to see it's like a family.
Camaraderie.
And it was just amazing to see them all, like, they were all cooking together, they're all celebrating together, they're all having coffee together. And it's an amazing event to see it together. And it was like, you know, when Rich brought the idea to us, it was like just his idea of meeting with Kathy and Matt. And this event has come together, and literally, love to see Rich get involved. He said when it gets closer, he's gonna hopefully get involved. But right now, Justin Thurb is gonna be running the resident cook-off for us.
Yep.
And we're gonna make up, and then Mike Langfield's taking care of the trucks. The support that me and Paul are getting, I have to say thank you so much from the community, the sponsors, the support has been amazing. Tracy Costa is gonna be in charge of making sure all the volunteers are lined up, and she does a great job with Winterfest, but Tracy gets everybody in line, and she knows where everybody's gonna be, and it's just amazing, the support we're getting from this event. And just, you know, I gotta thank, I mean, we've worked with Kathy and Matt, and they're putting this together for us, and seeing the money go into a great cause.
Great cause.
It is, and the library too. I think it's a great community event, and I wanna see it continue.
Well, I mean, speaking of the family aspect of it, Matt has a granddaughter
Yes.
who is actually already very successful in this,
Yes,
right?
Isabel is very successful. She's won quite a few contests. Last year, she was the Northeast Barbecue Society Kids Q Team of the Year.
Bella does a great job. Just to see some of the kids cook from an early age on and progress into adulthood is really fun. And my own kids have done it, so it's nice to see Bella do the same thing.
So it's something kids can get involved
We're
in.
hoping that when the fire department sees this, that we can get to the next stage, that we'll be able to do that next level. It was just, it's like we're learning to grow with it in steps. And we kind of presented the idea, and me and Paul, we kind of like we don't want to push it. So we're like, okay, this year we'll do this, and then get it to grow, but we're making a contest for the kids so they can be involved too. And we're doing, and Home Depot's also gonna be there.
Oh, I forgot that. We're gonna have a birdhouse projects for young folks as well that is sponsored by Home Depot. So they'll be able to make birdhouses. I completely forgot that.
So hopefully, if this all goes well, with this, you think this could be an annual event for the town?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Just like Winterfest.
Let's have Kathy answer that.
Just like Spirit of Somerset and the other events that we have going on in town.
Yeah, we do. I think it's got a lot of potential. I think once we get it advertising, I'm hearing a lot of people asking me how to sign up for things. We're not there yet, but I think it's going to fill up very quickly.
Once people see it, how good it is, maybe they'll
Yeah.
do more for next year.
Absolutely. And I think it's gonna be a big hit, like Winterfest the first year. It just filled up fast, and we're actually going on the radio next,
I think it's next week.
next week on the 8th, we'll be on the radio from 1 to 2. We'll be on the radio show.
Jess
Jess
Machado's
yes.
radio show.
So we're gonna be on there, and we'll be advertising it on there. And we're hoping that a lot of other organizations, we've already had Channel 10 message me back, they wanna get more information on it. So
And do
definitely.
you anticipate any coverage from the networks that cover food competitions, Kathy, anything? Have you heard anything?
Not at this very moment, but
Okay.
those things change quickly.
Yep.
As competitors travel, as individuals travel, the larger networks do get wind of it, and they tend to follow where things are headed. And in New England, things have had a larger boom in the past 2 years, so it's nothing right now, but it could happen.
We gotta get Emerald back here to where he belongs.
Yeah.
Graduate dining.
Well, thank you for coming in, for talking about what sounds like is just gonna be an awesome event for the town. We will see you at Somerset Sizzle and BBQ Fest in May.